I moved into this house 3 months ago. Small place, nothing fancy. 2 bedrooms, creaky floors, drafty windows. It was cheap. Too cheap probably. But I needed a fresh start after the divorce. And this house felt isolated, safe, quiet. At first, the weird things were subtle. The kitchen light would flicker whenever I used the microwave. The hallway always felt colder than the rest of the house, even with the heating on. And then there were the knocks. Soft, random taps coming from inside the walls. I blamed old pipes, squirrels in the attic. You know, the usual excuses. But then one night, I was brushing my teeth when the bathroom door slowly creaked open, all on its own. I live alone. I checked every window, locked. I looked for drafts. Nothing. I even laughed to myself and said, okay, ghosts, real original. But I stopped laughing when I heard it. A whisper. Not in my ear, not in the room, inside the walls. It was too quiet to make out the words, but it was there. Software. Constant. Like someone mumbling a prayer with their mouth pressed to the drywall. Over the next week, it got worse. Chairs scraped across the floor when I wasn't in the room. The fridge door would be wide open in the morning. My keys, always missing, then reappearing in places I never left them. One night I came home to find every cabinet in the kitchen open. Not just a few, all of them. Even the drawers. It looked like the house had exploded from the inside out. I grabbed my phone to take a picture. Dead. Battery at 93%. Now nothing. Screen black. Wouldn't turn on for hours. I started sleeping with the lights on, but that didn't help. At exactly 3:12 a.m. every night, I would wake up without fail to the sound of scratching. Not in the attic, not under the floorboards, inside the walls, moving from one side of the room to the other. Slow, rhythmic, like fingernails. I called in a priest. He blessed the place, walked around with holy water, said a few Latin phrases, and left. That night was the worst. At 3:12, I woke up again. But this time, I wasn't alone in the room. I could hear breathing, right next to my ear. But when I turned the light on, nothing. I checked the closet, under the bed, every corner, empty, until I looked in the mirror. For a split second, just a blink, I saw something behind me. Not a person, a shadow. Tall, twisted. Its face wasn't there, just a hole where a mouth should be. I turned. Nothing. The next day, I pulled the drywall off in the hallway. I had to see what was behind it. What I found still makes me feel sick. There were scratches. Deep claw marks carved into the inside of the walls. Fingernails embedded in the wood. Some old, some fresh. And in red paint, or blood, someone had written, "It comes when you stop looking." That night, I didn't sleep. I sat on the floor, all the lights on, staring at the walls. At 3:12, the power went out. The house fell into absolute silence. And then, the breathing came back, right next to me, followed by the faintest voice. Look away. I didn't. But my eyes started to burn. Water, tears, pressure. I blinked, and in that moment, everything went dark. When I opened my eyes again, it was morning. But the drywall I'd pulled off, it was back. Perfect. Clean. As if nothing had ever been touched. My phone, no pictures, no notes, no call history. It was like the house had reset itself. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it wants. But I do know this. If you ever hear breathing in the dark, don't blink. Don't look away. And never, ever tear open the walls. Because what's inside might be waiting to get out.